Welcome back, grade 8 mathematicians. Today we're still dealing with common fractions, but we're going to look at multiplying common fractions with either whole numbers or mixed numbers. Before we even start, we've got to remember the laws of BODMAS. The first thing we will deal with, the brackets. B for brackets, BODMAS. O of means multiply, and is always performed before divide and or multiply. Then we are going to do divide or multiply in order from left to right, and once we've done that, the final step is to add and subtract from left to right. Let's look at the worked examples. The first thing we have to do when we multiply common fractions is to convert all mixed numbers to improper fractions, and that we did in one of the previous videos. So remember, we are going to say 9 times 1 is 9 plus 1 is 10. So we will have 10 over 9 multiplied by 3 over 10. The next step is to simplify where possible. So you have to find a common factor of both the numerator and denominator. You can only cancel a top with a bottom or top with a bottom. You cannot cancel horizontally. So let's have a look. The first one and the easiest one so far, 10 goes into 10 once, 10 goes into 10 once. Then I can say 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into 9 3 times. Always write your little digits above the number that you've cancelled. The next step is to multiply the simplified numerators and denominators. So we are going to say 1 multiplied by 1 is 1. So that would equal 1 over 3 times 1 is 3. So that is 1/3. Answer to that is 1/3. Let's look at our next example. Peter received a total of 2,440 Rand for his birthday. He spent 5/8 of his money on a new cricket bat. How much did the bat cost? Well, 5/8 of, and of means multiply, and of is always performed before we multiply and or divide when using BODMAS. Right, let's set this out mathematically. So it said he spent 5/8, so he spent 5/8 of his money, or of this money, of this money. So 5/8 of 2,440 Rand. The next thing we have to do, everything has to be in fraction form. So we are going to write this in fraction form by putting it over 1. Right, so now our calculation looks like this. 5/8 multiplied by 2,440 Rand over 1. Once again, we simplify where possible. Okay, 8 could go into this. Let's just check. 8 can go into 24 3 times. 8 can go into 45. So yes, 8 can go into that number. So 8 goes into 8 once. 8 goes into 24. 3 8s are 24. 8 cannot go into 4. So 8 goes into 45 times. Now, the next step is to multiply the simplified numerators. So we are going to say 5 times 305 will give us a total of 1,525. 1 times 1 is 1 over 1, which is going to equal 1,525. Go back to read your question. How much did the bat cost? The bat cost, remember your units, 1,525 Rand. And that is your answer to that calculation. So we had to multiply the simplified numerators. The denominators was just 1 multiplied by 1, which is 1. Write the answer as a mixed number in simplest form. Well, here you didn't have any fraction form. For tomorrow, you are expected to explain the following to a group member. You must explain how to multiply a fraction and a mixed number. You've got to explain the method. So you've got to be able to explain this. First thing we do is convert to improper fractions. Simplify by cancelling a numerator and denominator. Multiply the simplified numerators. Then we had to multiply the simplified denominators and write the answer as a mixed number in simplest form, which didn't apply there. The same method applied for the next example. You have to know the method of doing these calculations. Then you're going to do your test, your understanding. That's all for today. Thank you.